Hey guys, how's it going? Matt from Foul Ball Productions here. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I hope that you're doing well. I'm doing phenomenally. Thank you so very much. It's the MFer Podcast, episode 18, live show for all of you. Because I know how much you guys like that, or at least I know how much you bitch when we don't do it live. So we're doing it live. What up, Sentient Dildo? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Luke is here. Luke now permanently resides inside the walls of this house. However, I did come up with a pretty handy-dandy solution to his escape attempts, which he still goes for. Now, little son of a bitch, he lives in a police state, as Daniela LaFave put it. He's got a air tag collar, and he will never, ever escape my clutches again. Never gonna happen. It's actually just a total weight off my mind, really. Because he, still likes to go out, still likes to run around in the neighborhood. I don't know. Yet last night, when he was out, wouldn't even come home for the treat shake. You shake the treat thing, still wouldn't come home. That's how much that cat loves being outside. So it's just a fact of life at this point that I'm going to have to accept. And now I know. I'm like, oh, he's, out there. I can see him within like a meter. It's a pretty good solution to a cat who's a little bit of a maniac. But what up, folks? What up, folks? New Bomb Turk is here. Hail, New Bomb Turk. What's good? Lord Thoth. What's cracking? Papa Cotton. I'm happy he's back too, buddy. I'm happy he's back. Low spec Linux laptop. He is not a number. He is a free man. What is that? The Prisoner or something like that? I never saw that. That's like classic sci-fi TV, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly. I don't. Attica. Yes. Well, you know what? It's pretty relevant. Sort of, kind of. I mean, not really anything to do with prison, but I don't know, man. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but YouTube has been on a community strike rampage, which is not good. Not very good. Like the content claiming that we talked about on the Cocktail Lounge where Tim Dillon did the community strike on those channels. I have no update on that, by the way. I'm kind of curious, but I don't know. That's a little different because that's just him personally deciding to do this. But recently, something changed with the YouTube algorithm. I don't know what it is, but it's significant because I know for me, like one day, like 15 subs just blinked out of existence with no explanation or record, and then like 3 days later they just all appeared back again. I was like, okay, that was weird. But our own Vigilante Williamson, whom we know and love, also did the Culture Crime Fighters with that man every Monday. We did that episode this week. We did it live because I was out late, not by myself. So we had to come up with a new solution, a new conclusion, a new option, and do it live. Vigilante Williamson himself, he got a community standard strike or whatever out of nowhere from a stream. Excuse me. Sorry, I did not want to cough into the mic. He got a community standard strike out of nowhere from a stream that was like 6 months old or something like that. Literally out of nowhere, just poof, vanish. Came out of brain work. Just like came out of nowhere, and then like had this strike, and now he's got two more lose the channel. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but recently Chrissy Mayer, the lovely Chrissy Mayer, who's been a guest on this show, also a guest on the Culture Crime Fighters. She is gearing up to do the Orlando meetup, and then the Content House, where she does, I think, like a 48-hour straight stream where people hop on, hop off. It's like pretty, fun, aggressive content type of thing that she's doing. And she received a community standard strike and then a 7-day YouTube ban just 2 days before this Content House thing is going to go on. And it's a goddamn shame. It's a goddamn shame. Let me show you the tweet. From the lovely Chrissy Mayer. Hey team, Team YouTube. I can't help but notice double standards here. Other larger channels use the same content the same way as I did. So she, I guess, posted some video of some kind of violent thing, some sort of jokey, kind of funny. Oh, these girls are trashing an NYC fry shop. These girls are just destroying it or whatever. And Chrissy, I don't know, maybe made jokes about it or something like that. And they gave her a 7-day strike, which is like pretty dramatic. And then she points out that all these other channels who use the exact same footage as she did, and they have no problems. Obviously, they're much larger channels. You got CBS, NBC, Inside Edition, all these different channels that use the same footage. I mean, I don't know, but I bet it probably has something to do with the style of commentary that she was putting on these videos. And I don't know what's going on, man. It's just coming out of nowhere. Rekieta Law also lost his channel, completely lost his YouTube channel. It blinked out of existence, then he got it back. But it's getting weird. It's getting weird here, I definitely feel that Vigilante, myself, others, have a kind of an invisible barrier around our channel. My channel was up above 1,800 subs at like 1,815, and then just slowly ticked down, which I guess that would lead me to believe that 20 people all decided to just unsub. I have never unsubbed from anybody in my entire time in YouTube, unless perhaps like they felt like they changed their tone. Like I thought they were cool and then they weren't cool. But I haven't changed. The only thing I've done is maybe I don't bitch about Disney anymore. But I mean, I haven't been like, you know what? Andor, pretty good. I haven't like just completely about face and turned into a different person. But it's just, and I guess they're purging bots or whatever, blah, blah. I don't know. But it definitely seems like there's kind of like nefarious elements out there. But now they're just coming for people and they're just knocking them off. Let me see what's going on here in the chat. Sentient Dildo says, Tim Dillon is funny, but I got a feeling I'd murk him after spending a day with him. That's interesting. I wonder what you mean by that. He's funny. I like Tim Dillon. I don't really love his podcast solo all the time. It gets to be a little much for me. It's just so much doom and gloom. He always does it like comedically, but it's still, I'm like, ugh, all right, man. This isn't funny. You're getting me down. New Bomb Turk. Very sharp New Bomb Turk. He says they're gearing up for the next run of elections. Can't let the people talk about misinformation. Do you know what? That's probably exactly right. I didn't even think about that. I'm such an idiot. I don't know why you guys watch anything I do. Appreciate that you do, though. Appreciate that you're here. You guys are great. That's a great point. Of course, November, the election season. Duh. Very good. Very good, New Bomb. Very tidy. And that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. That's probably exactly what's going on. I met this girl the other night, and this was the night that me and Vig were supposed to pre-record the Culture Crime Fighters. And I met this girl, and she was what the kids call thirsty. She was thirsty. And I wasn't expecting this. I just walked over to the bar next door to where I work to kill time, literally to kill time before my food was ready. And this girl just like threw herself at me, and I was like, all right, yeah, maybe. And she's sitting there talking to me. She goes, "You're going to vote for Beto, right?" And I was like, I don't really get involved in politics. I don't really have opinions. Yeah, you guys noticed that about me, right? I just avoid the subject altogether. I don't have any opinions. No point of view on any of that shit. I just lied. To her. And then, she's like, "You're a liberal, right?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm a classical liberal." Which pretty much means I disagree with most of your principles. But they leave us no choice, guys. At least they leave me very little choice. These women in these progressive cities, man, they're waging a war with their genitalia. They're having a culture war with their pussies. And if you want to get any, you got to kind of bullshit, right? I mean, there's a few base conservative girls around. They're a lot less common in progressive cities, so I had to bullshit a little bit. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Stay celibate for my principles? I'm not that principled. I'm not that principled. I got to do what I got to do. Plus, it was just a hookup, so who gives a shit what she thinks? But I thought that was pretty funny. Brian Long's got a great bit about that. Where he's talking to a female friend, and she's like, I've never slept with anyone who doesn't share my values. And he's like, yeah, you probably did, though, right? And she goes, no. And he's just like, well, let me tell you, guys have this little technique they implement called lying. You think maybe any of them lied to you? And I thought about that, and I was like, I did. I absolutely did. Anyway, I thought that was funny. I thought you guys would appreciate that. Lord Thoth had 105 subs on Monday. Today, 99. What the fuck? Yeah. It's not like 105 subs. It's not like you had some viral hit and they had to like get rid of the bots. 105 subs. Those are legit subs. Why do they? I don't even know why they have to get rid of bot subscribers. Who gives a shit? You don't make money on subscribers. You make money on watch hours. So even if it's all bots, who cares? YouTube's not paying out because of subscribers. I don't get it. I don't know why that even has to be a thing. Not that I'm going to go find bots. I'm not going to go fish for bots or buy subscribers. But why do you care? Who gives a shit? It's not like Twitter where it represents like users and it represents like a narrative. It's like it's just a fake subscriber. Okay, so what? What happens with that? What's the difference? I mean, it means nothing. I don't know why they even give a shit. I don't know why they have to have like this software and the algorithm to fish out fake subscribers. Who gives a shit? What's the difference? What's it affect? Who's it affect? You've seen channels that have huge subscriber bases and don't get watch hours because people don't watch anymore. It's got nothing to do with bots. So who cares? Who gives a shit? I don't understand. Maybe someone in the chat could tell me. I don't know. Papa Cotton says, canceled comics are the best. Tim Dillon has never been canceled. That's true, but Tim Dillon also was not embraced by the industry for a very long time. He had a hard road of it. He really did. He would pitch things, at like whatever network. He'd talk about this all the time, and they would be like, well, we love it, but we don't want you, Maybe you can be like the producer. We could have like a POC female lead or something like that. And he's like, no, this is my show. No, and he definitely had like issues like getting in and selling tickets. I wouldn't say canceled, but I would say suppressed. To me, okay, maybe not. Even if that's not the case, he has created his notoriety completely alternative to the system. Like he just came on Netflix, but now that's like after he's already blown up. Like he didn't need the industry to make him big or give him notoriety. He pretty much did that on his own, He did like the rounds and just, I don't know, became a presence. And his podcast is huge. His solo podcast, pretty much solo podcast, is gigantic. It's top 20 in the world. So, or top 20 comedy podcasts in the world anyway. But no, I don't look at him as the type of guy who's like a mainstream guy, you know what I mean? Or like they hate him because he's a gay dude who doesn't go along with any of their bullshit. He's inconvenient for them. Allegedly gay. E. Clay Thompson retroactive strikes are bullshit. Absolutely. 100%. I don't know what the hell that's about. If it wasn't a problem 6 months ago, what's the problem now? I don't know. APM Amplify Create. What up, doggy? Good to see you. Good to see you all the way from jolly old England. Thank you, sir. Sorry, I'm sniffling. I just went for a jog, and it's like fucking up my sinuses. I don't know why. But hail. Pop Cotton number 6. I got a message from YouTube that they removed a comment for hate speech, threatened to nuke my channel, and never told me what the comment was. Dude, that's like a fascist tactic. You know what I mean? Just to keep you on edge all the time, to watch everything you say. Because if they're not specific, right? Can't be like, all right, well, don't say that, or I can't say. It's just anything. Could be anything. Could be whatever thought you had. Maybe you didn't look at this person for the correct amount of time. That's straight up fascism. That's crazy. That's insane to me. I don't know. Enough. Senchadillo surprised only 20 unsubbed. I know, right? Because YouTube's so much more oppressive than that. They would probably take more than 20, right? That's what you meant. Senchadillo. I said, I was thinking about today. I feel kind of guilty that I don't deliver enough content for you guys. You're good people. Some of you pay me, and I don't feel I've been honoring you very well. So I'd like to take this opportunity to say that I take responsibility for that. But actually, I genuinely do. And I'm going to try to rectify that and give you guys more videos, more content, and hopefully some member exclusives, because I have not been a very good YouTuber, and you guys have been a great chat and audience, so I apologize for that. I'm gonna pledge to do better. Like Falcon said to that senator. That reference is funny every time. E. Clay Thompson, Hale, you used to be way cooler when you had a mohawk. Yeah. Thank you. Little underhanded, but thanks. I liked the mohawk a lot. Loved it. But it's such an aggressive look in the real world, even from in Austin, Texas. It puts people on edge. They're kind of like, that's a weird look. And it severely limits what dating pool I have access to. That's a big part of it too. You know what I mean? Not most girls want to date the guy with the crazy Viking beard and the mohawk. It's a very specific girl who will put up with that. And also, my employment opportunities are very limited, even in Austin. They're kind of like, yeah, that's aggressive. Plus, I'm not a little fellow. I'm 6'2", just about 6'2", and 185 pounds. Viking beard, mohawk. It's a lot. It's a lot of a look. So I think I had to make the choice to go corporate and look like a normal human. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, you're saying about Tim Dillon. He's funny, but seems like a very annoying twat to be around. I don't know. I like him. I don't know. Judas Goat Barbecue. Hey, Matt. Hey, Luke. Hey, Luke. Your silky puss converted me to a lib. That's right. I don't think with my own brain now. I think with yours and whatever you think. I was thinking about all those girls, too. I told that story like a month ago or whatever with those chicks who were like, I've been single for 7 years. It's like they want a traditionally attractive man. They want him to behave like a traditional man, but they want him to think politically only like a girl. I'm sorry, that's just, you're not going to find that. And why do you need to? Why can't you just be like, we don't see eye to eye on this whole thing? What gives you the magic insight? Why are you so smart, madam? Is it because everyone validates you constantly because you're a pretty girl? Could that have anything to do with it? Maybe. Those poor gals will be single forever. You want to find a hot conservative girl? Head to the gun range, lol. I mean, in Austin? I guess so. Maybe here, too. I don't know. They exist. I got to go to, Round Rock or whatever. Hey, Steph's here. What up, Steph? Live from Orlando. Thanks for popping in, darling. She's got a big show in about 8 minutes with Kerry Smith. Dude, the great Kerry Smith. I'm jealous. And also super happy for Steph. That is great. Kerry Smith's awesome. And Steph's going to be a guest on there. Good luck, gal. Have a good show. Although I think it's already pre-recorded, but yeah. Judas Goat Barbecue. Matt gets slowly out of bed, leans in close, whispers in her ear before leaving, "Make America great again." I did make jokes like that. Because obviously, it would bother her. I teased her a little bit. I was talking about, she was like, "Do you work out?" And I was like, "Obviously." And she goes, "Oh, you're like one of those gym bros?" And I'm like, "Absolutely. I do 30 squat thrusts, and then I salute a floor-to-ceiling picture of Donald Trump." And she goes, "Oh, God. Oh, no." And I was just like, 1, 2, 3, 4. What'd they steal the election for? So I got some shots in, boys. I got some shots. I didn't straight up cuck out. I didn't puss out. No, I didn't. She deserves it anyway. Disappointing Nazi sex. Jesus Christ. Take it easy, Papa. APM. It's disgusting to have to put up with all of this straight sex talk. I suppose it's fine if you keep it behind closed doors and we don't need to hear about it. Disgusting. Well, we're here. We're straight. Get used to. I don't know. I'm trying to make a joke. There's nothing there. Being straight is gay. In English, it's disgusting to have to put up with all the straight. Oh, yeah, same joke. Straightness is way too gay, dildo. They need shooting. God damn. He's just kidding, YouTube. It's a joke. It's called hyperbole. Oh, and APM joined. Hey, brother. That's awesome. Austin is fruity as fuck. Yeah, it is. I mean, I can't argue with it. That's right, Sentient Dildo. I'm too intimidating for Austin. It's just that I like the things that come along with those people, with all these, wacky tribal libs. I like their food. I like their beer. I like the fact that there's a juice land on like every other block. I like there's good vape shops. That culture, good music, good comedy. All those things come in progressive cities. And then you just have to kind of navigate the thicket, the jungle of anxiety that comes with having a different opinion. I love how they love to talk shit about Yahtzees, those 1940s Germany folk. And yet, like, they use their tactics. It's like, you're not supposed to have the wrong thought. You can't speak bad about the party. It's insane. Pretty funny. Well, 30 Flavors, Nick Weiser, hail! Had a good show yesterday. Talked about The Crow, one of my favorite movies. Go check out that replay if you missed it. It's one of the best movies. It keeps you balanced. I swear to God, it does give you character. It always gives me stuff to talk about, that's for sure. Always got a new story. Always got a new take to bring to you guys. That's what, actually, Andrew Schultz said something similar. He said when he moved to Miami, it actually kind of killed his comedy because he was too comfortable and too happy. He didn't have anything to push back against. He's like, this is actually, my life is way too good here. I can't just live here. I'll just give up. I'll quit. This is perfect. This is paradise. He needs something to push back on. And I was trying to think of it from that point of view. Like, okay, all right. Accuse people of what you're doing, it works. It really does. But also, I'm starting to use that as like a true north. Like, that thing that's saying pride cometh before the fall? So when I'm being mentally healthy, which isn't all that often, but when I am, I'll hear one of those thoughts pop up in my head, one of those extra proud thoughts, and then I'll be like, whoa, catch myself, right? Try to counteract it with a little humility. Don't always catch it. A lot of times I fall, but I try. I'm starting to look at it like that with when they accuse people of doing things. I'm like, okay, so that's what you're doing. Like, for instance, here's a great example. Here's a terrific example. Just the best. So it looks like good news to me, guys. It looks like very good news to me. Elon and Twitter, it looks like that's happening. I think that's a good thing. At least potentially a good thing. I don't know in execution how it's going to go. I think Elon at times has not lived up to his memes. He likes to shitpost a lot. He likes to troll, which is great. But, when it comes to follow through, certain things like the Dogecoin and Bitcoin and certain, I don't know, things that just kind of, I'm just like, I don't know. But he's buying Twitter. I mean, he went to the offices today or yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw that. And then he made a pun. He said he walked into the Twitter offices carrying a sink and saying, let that sink in. Get it? Actually, I don't know. For some reason, he's kind of like Gronkowski. Like when Gronkowski makes like a dad joke, you're like, it's Gronk. It's like, it's Elon. I don't expect him to be a genius and a genius comedian. Sentient dildo. I'm just a humble ass motherfucker with a big ass dick. Matt Moreland. Yep, that's I think that's pretty succinct. I think that sums it up. APM, Amplify Create. Thank you, my dude, for 10 pounds. Talking of Yahtzees, you need to check out Babylon Berlin on Netflix. German, subtitled, big drama thriller about the Weimar Republic leading up to Yahtzee rule. Your kind of thing, I think. Well, definitely the chat's kind of thing, because we're all on the alt-right. Okay, I'll check it out. There's another, it's not the Yahtzees, it's the other one. It's the Austro-Hungarian Empire or whatever was going on in World War I. That All Quiet on the Western Front, that looks good. That looks really good. I saw the original movie when I was a young lad because my dad is like a military history buff and had me watch it. Good. Really good movie if you guys have never seen that. But that new one looks amazing. Looks dark and sad and fucked up. Great trailer. I checked it out. I recommend it. But thank you for the recommendation. Sentient Dildo said he saw Babylon Berlin. It's decent, but Sentient Dildo is a bit of a harsh critic and also an asshole. So hard to take his word for it. I will take your word for it, APM, and check it out. So thank you for the recommendation, my dude. I appreciate you. Pop Cotton, being an asshole online isn't trolling. That's just being an asshole. Trolling is an art. He's pretty well. I mean, I feel like he's pretty artful with his trolls. That's my opinion. That's just my humble opinion. I don't know. I like it. Okay, so back to the whole accuse people of what you're going to do, so on and so forth. So Elon buying Twitter, shows up to the offices, makes the joke, ha ha ha, but it's happening, right? So this is an article from the Washington Post, which is hilarious. Documents detail plans to gut Twitter's workforce. Previously unreported details shed new light on Twitter's motivation for selling the company and Elon Musk's plans. I'm not buying your fucking shitty paper. And I give enough money to you, Bezos, okay? God damn it. And Elon Musk's plans to transform it. Twitter's workforce is likely to be hit by massive cuts in the coming month, no matter who owns the company. Interviews and documents obtained. Elon Musk told the blah, blah, blah. Wait, hold on. This is the article, right? Where is it? Where do they get to the part with their little dog whistles, which is my favorite part? Shit, it was somewhere in the, they said like it was about basically how it was going to hurt the safety of people and they weren't going to be able to monitor it as well. And I was like, good, that's terrific news. Did they, I don't know if they changed this headline, but I swear to God, I thought that's what it said. Maybe I misread it or it reloaded a different article. But I swear that's why it was just the whole thing was how it's going to be like unsafe, essentially unsafe, which as one of those dog whistle words for there could be conservative opinions that you might have to experience and people might retweet them and pwn the left every once in a while. Oh God, the audacity. Could you imagine the horror of reading a tweet that you don't like? Could even be factually backed up, which would make it hard to argue against. What a nightmare. But that's one of those things that they always accuse the other side of doing. Alt-right dog whistle. Remember that? They use their dog whistles. That's what they do. They'll say things like unsafe, problematic. What does that mean? Not aligned with the thinking, not alive with the Borg. The Borg doesn't agree. Hail Morgan Holloway. What's going on, girl? Good to see you. Good to see Morgan Holloway. Hail. Right? But that's exactly one of those things that they would project onto you. They'll project on anyone. It's an alt-right dog whistle to not like Rey from Star Wars or whatever the fuck. Right? Oh, and I was thinking about that too. I don't know if anyone made this point. I'm sure they did. But Rey, it's like a man's name. You know what I mean? They're taking the strong lead. That's a female. It's taking the male role, giving it a male name. I never even put that together until the other day. And I was like, Rey, like a dude. Like, okay, all part of the gender washing, blending horse shit. By the way, great video out by that guy, Colin, the Freedom Tunes guy, the conservative cartoonist. Now, I would never support entertainment because it aligned with my politics. That's not how I pick the things that I enjoy. I think that's gay. And no disrespect, not the amplify create kind of gay, like the kind of gay where you're just like, it's got to be on the same side as me, and then or it's evil, that kind of gay. And I don't like that. I think that's lame. Even if I agree with it, I'm like, I'm not just watching this to have my own thoughts validated. What is that? But they have this series, or he has this series of videos called The Debunkers. I adore it. It's always hilarious, and it's based. And they recently did a video that Jon Stewart, like a Jon Stewart clip about him, what's a woman, kind of, that topic, that hilarious thing we're still talking about. But they rip him a new one, which was great. So I recommend checking that out. So Elon Twitter, I'm going to keep an eye on this. I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. I think it matters. I do think Twitter matters. Unfortunately, I know it's not real life, but it kind of is the central. It's like, I heard someone call it America's newsstand, and I was like, that's a decent way to put it. But it's the central platform of like communicating with people outside of your own sphere, right? Like, it's kind of the only like one that is still sort of utilized like that. It's the instant access. It's the instant hearing what people think. It's the big creators and their stories and retweets and all that shit. So it does have value, even if it's toxic. Now, I hope that they get rid of like the shadow banning thing, because I'm 99% sure that I'm shadow banned. I went to a website that said that I was. I don't know how accurate that is, but I definitely feel it. I feel like my tweets just no one sees them. So if Twitter could come back, that would be terrific. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea, but I am definitely going to keep a close eye on that. I think that's pretty rad. And apparently, he's going to cut 75% of the staff. Which is interesting, that's great. Start fresh. We'll see. I don't really know. I'll keep an open mind, and I will keep an eye on this story, and hopefully we get this kind of platform back. The funny thing is too, though, like once you get it back, you're just like, okay, great. Okay, that's good. I'm just like, I would like to have an access to some promotion that isn't like a right-wing echo chamber. You know what I mean? I guess I could go to Parler and just be like, hey, guys, we all agree. Don't you also agree with this? And they'd be like, yes, we agree. I agree. Like, I don't want, that's lame to me. I don't find that interesting. So I guess I could do that. But I'd prefer, like, actual access to promotion avenues to get my bullshit out there. So we'll see. I think it's pretty dope. Hopefully. I hope. And I will keep an eye on it and let you know. Do you want to see this kitchen sink? It's not really that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Those are the big ones, right? That's the big tails that I wanted to get to. YouTube on attack, Elon at Twitter. Yeah, that's the big ones. Okay, well, there was a pretty fun story then. Intersectional, that's right. That's right. Maybe I'll re-upload that short. I should have. I don't know why I don't have that as a drop. Just to give you guys a chuckle. I still don't like that my arcane opinion is laughed at. I think I'm right about that. I think I'm accurate, and you guys should agree with me. It's woke. Anyway, Papa Cotton says, my friends see my tweets. That's good enough. I guess I just want to grow. I want to grow my channel, my content, my bullshit. You wouldn't know it to see my output, but I still genuinely do. So this is an interesting story, I felt. Ray Fiennes defending J.K. Rowling. You know, that TERF, that trans exclusionary radical feminist. Radical. Hey, there's two genders. Whoa! That's radical. What a radical idea you've had. That idea that's so radical, it's been the standard held belief for the past 2.5 million years, or however long this stupid species has been on this planet. That's a radical idea that you have. Not that there's no such thing as a chromosomally proven gender identity. That's not a thing. That's not the radical idea. The radical idea is saying that there's men and women. That's radical. Radical. Oh. Amplify, create. Be careful, though. The number of friends and even work I've lost because of my political opinions is crazy. I've learned how to modify how much I say now or starve. 100%. I only have conversations with people I'm assured are on the up and up. Assured. Other than that, I don't waste my time. I'll talk about content, not usually from a political lens, because that's a waste of energy. Video games, stuff like that. I'll make jokes. That's it. I do not share my beliefs or my opinions. It is dangerous. If you live in a progressive city, it is dangerous. Completely. Not all pussies are made equal. Word, girl. I hear that. I hear that. Oh, I don't know this one. Sentient Dildo says, you're obviously wrong, Matt. I got educated by that Ultra Cosmetics womanhood video. Can you share a link? Because that's new to me. I've never heard about that. That's interesting. Morgan, I don't waste my time on retards. No, I don't either, but I do need to keep my job, you know? Need to keep some semblance of like a healthy relationship with the people around me. Can't be constantly toxic, you know? I can come on here and make jokes about it, talk about it, but can't really do it in real life. So, Harry Potter star Rafe, by the way, that's Rafe, not Ralph. Rafe Fiennes decries constant attacks against J.K. Rowling. She's not some uber right-wing fascist. She's just a woman who wants to be able to say, I'm a woman. I wish he wouldn't say that part, the first part there. I wish he wouldn't qualify it. Because, like, that's the thing that, like, J.K. herself fucked up with. Like, she could have had a possible, like, I can't open that link. I'm gonna try. She could have had a good point and a series of good allies on her side if, when she was going against cancel culture, she didn't also attack Trump in it. To me, that was like the biggest thing, was when she did that, and she's like, I'm obviously not a Trump supporter. I mean, we can totally silence them. Just don't silence me. Oh my God, this is 50 minutes long. What the hell is this shit? Wow. Oh, that's funny. Okay, real quick. Take just a quick break just to show Sentient Dildo's link. The beauty of girlhood with Dylan Mulvaney. This video, it doesn't show the view count, but because of my extension, it does show the like to dislike ratio, and it's got 792 likes to 17,000 dislikes. I have never seen a ratio like that. I have never seen a ratio like that in all the years I've been on YouTube. I have never seen that ratio. That's worse than like any of those Star Wars trailers or like the dumb videos that people put out. Like even that, what was that one video that got downvoted into oblivion? That the Santa video. Remember that Christmas video that Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman did? That was just like anti-Christmas and all like, okay, I'll play it for a minute. But like remember that? Like even that ratio, I've never seen such a bad ratio in my life. That is wow. Okay. Let's take a look.
Mr. Hollywood, who
this person.
Zoom in on that.
Doesn't that person have like a relationship with the White House? Oh, that's who that is? They still have a first.
Hi, friends.
I'm going to do my part. Dislike.
Welcome to the Beauty of an Ulta Beauty podcast, where we talk with the pioneers who are helping us redefine what beauty is and where it lives.
I really don't want to watch this. This is upsetting. But you know what I don't understand about this? Now I know like the women around here are based, and there's good women in the community. Why aren't more women pissed off that these are like men are now women, meaning like they took your spot? Like this should be, your show. Like that should be a female position. Like all I've ever heard is how, women don't get the opportunities and men take women's spots. Like, well, that's still what's happening. It's just that we call them not that, but they are that. And it's like, why is that? Like, why aren't women more mad about that? That's the thing I don't understand. I think it's because they don't really want to be in the crosshairs is what I think it really comes down to. Because when all that Karen stuff was going on in 2020, boy, did white women hate being in the barrel. They were not about that at all. They were just like, whoa, wait a minute. No. It's white men, not white women. We're victims just like you. Like they did not take kindly to being in the barrel, which was kind of funny to watch them squirm. But women be pissed about this one, says Sentient Dildo. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I don't really know that many, but obviously not that many people are for this. I mean, 792 to 17,000 downvotes, and Papa Cotton does make a good point. Women champion this. Yes. Idiots. So you didn't see every female on the right lambast this vid for days? Yeah, but like female on the right, they're gonna do it anyway. Like what? You know what I mean? Like that's not a departure from what I know they already think. Of course that, but it doesn't matter. Like that opinion is kind of irrelevant. It's like if I can kind of predict what you're going to say or think about a thing, well, then it's not that interesting of an opinion. You're just you're an ideologue at that point. Even if you're right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It's just kind of like, all right, well, whatever. You're background noise to me. But it's like women who are like centrist or on the left. Like those are the women I'm talking about addressing that should be kind of like, what the fuck? Like how did all of our positions get taken by these guys who call themselves women? And we're like rah rah. What? Why? Like, how did we get to this place? We were supposed to be making spaces for women and so on and so forth. That's disturbing. Back to the whole thing with J to the K, Rowling. And APM had a comment. It's nice to have APM in the chat. I love it. He says, JK brought it upon herself, especially after demanding the UK take huge numbers of migrants without offering her castles for them. Throw her to the birds. Oh, yeah, see, that's the thing. She doesn't really have any allies left. Like, she attacked the left sacred cow, which are, the things we just saw in the other video. And she doubled down and goes against it, or goes on for it, where you're just like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I like that. But then at the same time, like I said, she did that video or that petition where she's like, yeah, Trump supporters still suck too. So it's like the people who would have supported you are not going to now. And they're also like, this is the demise of your own creation. I mean, you're the one who leaned into the woke stuff. You're the one who tried to say that Dumbledore was gay, that Hermione was black, all this stuff. Like you changed it to fit like a new woke agenda, and you just took all the compliments and the applauding when we're just sitting back being like, yeah, that's probably not how the case is though. And then someone even pointed out like that Hermione's skin is described as white in the book, and you're just like, you liar. And then when those same people that you loved getting all the applause from come after you because you won't go along with their narrative, but you also won't acknowledge that like anyone on the right even thinks okay. It's just like, I guess we're just gonna let you twist there. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just good luck. I think it's kind of funny. I think it's an interesting story. I pretty much agree with her. What up, Ruben? Ruben says, I make space for women. I know you do, Ruben. I know you do, buddy. Sentient Dildo, we can't understand it, Matt. We don't possess the women's inclusiveness gene. That's a good point. That's actually a good point. I am realizing that too, because I was at the mall. No, when we were in Vegas, when I was with Daniela in Vegas, and Daniela is she's a bigger gal, She's still a beauty, fiery redhead. She's a bigger gal, and there were. We're walking through the Venetian and all these different casinos and stuff like that. And there were, girls obviously all around. I swear to God, dude, down to the number. Women would not look at me, would not make any eye contact with me because they looked at me differently because I was with Daniela. So all their fat acceptance, all their big girl acceptance, fucking bullshit. Bullshit. They do not. Women are harsh and judgmental, but they want you to just say the right thing. Just say the right thing so that we can all pretend we agree. It's like when girls hang out and they two hate each other, but they just say the right thing and then they go into the other corners and hate on each other. Like, they don't live their inner truth. Like, they just, it really is like an inclusiveness, conformity thing that I truly don't possess. I truly do not understand why do that? To whose benefit? I don't really get it. What up, Pope Metallicus? Hail, buddy. Good to see you, pal. Good to see you. Yeah, no, but that's a good point. It's a strange world. We live in a strange world. Harry Potter star Ralph Fiennes. Okay, so in the opinion of storied actor Ralph Fiennes, the continual attacks and accusations of bigotry against Harry Potter scribe J.K. Rowling over her concerns for biological women's rights in the face of a burgeoning political tendency to defer to transgender activists on issues of gender are nothing short of appalling. You said appalling, Ralph Fiennes? Based. Fiennes, whose association with the author stems from his portrayal of Lord Voldemort in the 8-film cinematic adaptation for her seminal fantasy series, spoke to his thoughts. That's a strange phrase. Spoke to his thoughts. I've never heard anyone say that. Spoke to his thoughts on her ongoing ostracization during a recent interview with the New York Times. With the New York Times? Holy shit. Speaking with writer Maureen Dowd, the actor first broached the topic of Rowling by recalling how when he was first approached for the role, I was a bit sniffy. I think initially, okay, I don't care. Get to the trans shit. Rowling. Okay, man, just get to the trans shit. The verbal abuse directed at her is disgusting. It's appalling, he continued. I mean, I can understand a viewpoint that might be angrier when she's... Oh. Still got to validate it. Can't go all in, can we? Still want to work in Hollywood. Might be angry at what she says about women, but it's not some obscene, uber right-wing fascist. It's not some. Okay? It's just a woman saying, I'm a woman and I feel I'm a woman and I want to be able to say I'm a woman. And I understand where she's coming from, he ultimately said, even though I'm not a woman. He previously stood up for defense with her in the Telegraph. I can't understand the vitriol directed at her. There we go. I can understand the heat of an argument, but I find this age of accusation and need to condemn irrational. I find the level of hatred that people express about views that differ from theirs and violence of language of others disturbing. So this is interesting to me. This is very interesting to me. Senja Dilla says, well, color me shocked. Shocked! Judas Goat Barbecue. H.L. Mencken. I don't know who that is. HLM said the definition of a misogynist is a man who hates women as much as they hate each other. Yeah, pretty based. But this is like an interesting thing, right? This is what I don't understand about people and why I think cognitive dissonance is a very real thing. Like, for instance, Ralph Fiennes is getting to the point where he's like, oh yeah, like this is kind of fucked up, you know, like they're attacking her for like this basic thing. But I mean, maybe he does internally get to this point, but he certainly doesn't say it. It's like, how come people can't take that next leap to understand like where it's coming from, why, like to do the mental energy effort it takes to understand these situations. Like for instance, right? I was going for a hike the other day. I mean, Austin's pretty flat. It's not really a hike. But it was in the woods, and there was a river there, so it was outdoorsy, hike-ish. It was a hike-ish, and there was a dude there, and he was walking, and we're just chat up, started talking, and he was. I guess I was talking about. I was like, oh, I thought this was all closed. He's like, no, I think that's a different part, and I was like, oh yeah, isn't there like a homeless encampment over there that's like closed off? And he's like, yeah, you know. We started having this conversation back and forth. And he's just like, you know, I'm a progressive. And it's just, first of all, I'm just like, ugh. Like, I don't know why people it's like, it really is, they just need to virtue signal. It really is like, you know, putting like the blood at the Passover on their door. Like, you can't get me. I'm a progressive. I'm a good person. You know, you're just like, all right, man, I'm not. Now I'm holding that against you saying that actually. But it goes on to say, but this homeless situation is getting out of hand. And I was just like, I agree. Yeah. Now it's like, I used to live in Los Angeles And it was a really big problem there, and it got so out of hand. And, he hems and haws this, that, and the other. And Sentient Dildo, here's where you come in. I let him know about that book that you recommended to me, San Francisco, which basically breaks down the entire problem, which essentially the issue is they refuse to address it accurately, which is drug addiction and mental illness. No, it's a symptom of capitalism. This is just, they don't have access to housing. If they had access to housing, if the real estate market wasn't so predatory and Republicans weren't so evil, then all these people wouldn't be homeless, because Marcuse said homelessness is not a symptom, it's a result of capitalism or some ridiculous horse shit. And these people are biblical, and they will not break with the narrative, so they keep treating the wrong problem. They keep treating the wrong symptom, this ridiculous homeless crisis. And that was a very good book, and a very insightful book that Sentient Dildo recommended. Well, I recommended it to this guy, and you could see the guy like stiffen up. Not as dramatically as I'm offering, but he was authentically like, I don't want to become like some kind of crazy Republican or something. It's like, dude, no one's asking you to go to a MAGA rally, right? Like, just open your mind to the possibility that like this whole situation or this solution or this point of view that they're putting out there is that inaccurate, dude, is wrong, is the wrong solution for this problem. That doesn't mean you hate gay people. That doesn't mean you want to fucking roast trans people at the stake. All it means is that progressive solution for homelessness is the wrong one. You can still be as a big of a leftist homo all you want. Go stay with it, dude. But that means their solution to homelessness is the wrong one. That's all it means. That's literally all I'm asking you to explore, investigate. You don't need to agree with my conclusions. Just think about the idea. Think about maybe checking out that book. And you could just see it's like, oh God, please don't make me do that. I would love to continue pretending as an adult. And it's this whole it's like this whole thing. It's like that's why what made me think of that was the Ray Fiennes thing, where it's like he's almost there. He's almost there. He's kind of like, I don't understand it. Where is all this outrage coming from? It's like, it's by design, motherfucker. If you did any research, it's just weird. It's like people like ask questions, like big questions, and then they don't do anything with that big question. They're just like, I don't know. You're like, okay, but there's answers out there, man. You can go investigate. There's lots of intellectuals and resources and like opinions and things that you can investigate. You don't need to now just switch sides completely. You don't need to go back like a pendulum. You can just like incorporate this into your worldview and be like, oh, yeah, this is, the progressives are wrong about this one. I agree with literally everything else except for this one thing. And what's wrong with that? I don't understand. It's so weird. Like, cognitive dissonance is a real phenomenon. It is not just a term used by people who want to win arguments. It's a real thing, and it blows me away. It's like, okay, you're an adult man. You see the situation. You clearly have a problem with this. You have kids, right? You recognize their safety is in jeopardy with the homeless situation in the state that it is. You get that. That much you firmly understand. Yet, you will not take the leap so far as to maybe the progressives are wrong. Like, that's what you just won't go there. It's like, I just don't like, what do they do for you, man? I don't get it. Like, it's not like you're a politician where they keep you in office and you have to honor their points of view. At least then I kind of understand it. It's like, I can't go against my own base, even if I disagree with them. You're just a dude. You're just a dude. What you are, well, most likely what it is you're afraid of the retribution of the clique. As most likely the situation, which is beta as fuck. Hello, Mr. Grant Gregory. All right. I'm going to go to the chat for a little while, and then we're going to wrap it up because I have a date. I have a date with a young gal. She's an engineer. Which means I probably don't have a shot with her because she's going to figure out pretty quick that I am stupid. She's going to get to the bottom of it. Gonna get to the bottom of it real fast. Let's see here. Just to give a little bit of love. Papa Cotney actually said, I'm a progressive. Ew, fucking ew. Oh, dude, you have no idea. This whole... You just have to assume. And it would be a safe assumption that pretty much everyone you're talking to in this city has got the same political beliefs, man. Like, it's crazy. It's you just assume it. I don't keep an open mind about what you might think. Like every once in a while, I'll meet someone, and I'll just be in a salty mood and not in the mood to like entertain any of the bullshit and just go right after it, which is not sustainable. But I did go on a date with a gal who I was just like, yeah, what do you think? I just kind of wanted to go after it. It turns out, luckily enough, she actually was on the right. But I was just kind of like, I'm not in the mood to lie today. I'm really not. So this is gonna go well or it's gonna end now, because I don't really have the patience to entertain this bullshit. But yes, he did, and it was just kind of like, and it's just like I mentioned this a couple times, but like, I've met two separate men at my job, two separate grown men who are like 40 or something, who like all day, every day, MSNBC's on. That's how they live. The one guy said this exact quote: "Gotta get my Rachel Maddow." Granted, I mean, it's just you're a stereotype, man. You're a living stereotype right in front of my face. That's crazy. God. But yeah, so Austin, Texas. AM PM. Tories are absolutely useless and half lefty than now themselves, but if the new PM fights with that position, they might have a change of not being destroyed. I don't know anything about that at all. Not even a little bit. Don't want to talk about UK politics. It breaks your heart. And I'm only a boy with feelings. Yeah, I guess so. 70s rock fan. I'll tell all the smack addicts downtown in our little town that it's capitalism to blame. When then they themselves will tell you that is not the case. I saw this great documentary about people who about homeless people. This guy in LA made it. Or I didn't see the documentary. I saw an advertisement for it, and I lost it to the sands of time. And I'm sure it'll come back in my purview. But he was basically just asking these people, and they're all like, "Yeah, no, this is a choice. I choose to be here. I quit life. I don't want to be in life. I want to be high." And that's what they do. That's just all they do. And it's like, okay, cool. And the guy, there's one guy said he's been living that life for 30 years. He's never seen anything like this. He's like, they make it so easy to do this. It's like, it's almost like if you financially incentivize that behavior, it's just going to get worse. It's just going to get worse. Hide your wallets, people. Romanians are storming the chat. That's right. My Romanian army. Get your member chats out now. That's right. New Bomb Turk. Matt dating a person smarter than him. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how this works out for him. Interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's an engineer, right? She's got to be some kind of smarter than me. I don't know. Papa Cotton, women don't have to be homeless. If she's on the streets, she'll do anything. Jesus Christ. To the point where I got to believe it's intentional. I don't see any other interpretation, quite frankly. I don't get it. And I don't know what the end game is, because they're just like, I guess we'll just destroy the cities. Also, I think I've heard people suggest, what was it, kind of imply that maybe they're doing it to lower the market value of certain blocks and then buy them cheap and then kick people out. So that could be. I don't know. Know me. Hail. I encounter high homeless people on the daily at my office in downtown Denver. I literally have to mentally prepare it if I have to fight one. Yo, I hope you're strapped. I wouldn't want to fight one of those hepatitis-ridden lunatics. Fucking like a vampire, man, or like a zombie. Like one scratch, you'll become one. That would really suck. Matt could date literally anyone and they would be smarter than him. Unless she's a lib. Yeah. I saw a commercial for a documentary once. It was a relevant topic. It was relevant to the conversation, Zax. It was very recent. I skipped all the funny chats. Well, I have to go. I had to skip down to the bottom, unfortunately. I hope that you guys got a kick out of them. I hope you do. I hope you had a blast. I have to go. I gotta go. I got a date with a gal, with a young lady. We're going to such a dildo. That is crass. That's crass. No, I appreciate you guys watching. Aw, look at you, New Bomb Turk, joining, becoming a sponsor. I appreciate you, buddy. That is very cool. That's very cool. I'm going to try to live up to you guys. I genuinely am. This was fun. I haven't done a live solo me show in a while. This is great. Thank you guys for hanging out. That was really fun, man. I kind of dread doing the solo show, but you know what? Maybe I should just make it a live thing all the time. It is more fun. I had more fun. That was fucking cake. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. And thank you for being here. The next time you can catch me will be the MFer Cocktail Lounge on Friday, which we're going to be talking spooky movies. Wait, I'm not going to read what members chat. What are you talking about, Mr. Grant Gregory? Oh, that's right, because I don't see them. Oh, I'm sorry. No. I don't see it in the on StreamYards. For whatever reason, it doesn't show it. Sorry, I will read them. My bad. Mr. Grant Gregory, member for 6 months, hail, says, oh my God, you're live on one of these. Insane. Why are you gay? Why are you gay? Should I call you mister? Why are you gay? That guy rules. I love that guy. Yeah, well, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad that I went live. And I'm sorry, I genuinely can't see those stupid member chats. I don't know why. It's so ridiculous. Why have that? StreamYard, fix that. It literally doesn't show up. Not only it's not like it doesn't show up as a highlighted like members chat. It doesn't show up on StreamYard at all. So I just have to. I'm glad that you mentioned it because I didn't see it. That 70s rock fan. I agree. You are insane, live, and gay. I can't argue with you there, buddy. Can't argue with you there. All right, I got them all then. Okay, cool, great. Thank you very much, folks. I really do have to go. Friday. MFer Cocktail Lounge, spooky movies. We're going to be talking about it. I just watched one last night that was sick. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but maybe if you want to watch it, it's on Prime, and maybe we could have some context to talk about it on Friday. I think it's a great movie. It's called John Dies at the End. It was written by this guy David Wong, who I think was like the editor of Cracked magazine for a while, and it's directed by Don Coscarelli, who did all the Tall Man Phantasm movies, and that movie with the guy from Evil Dead where he thinks he's Elvis, Bubba Hotep. Great fucking movie. Really good. So I'll check you guys out. There was a gifted membership. Oh, that was gifted? Oh, that was Static 2020 did that. Oh, thanks, dude. I thought New Bomb actually liked me. No, that was obviously stupid to believe that. Duh. No, I'm fucking around. Thank you, man. Thank you, Static. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, so spooky movies Friday night. I know. I gotta go. Spooky movies Friday night, and be there. Be fucking square. Later, guys. Have a great day. Bye.